In this lecture, we will learn about first properties file YAML. First and most important question is why YAML? Because it is human readable, it supports key value pair. Here is a sample file for config.yaml. Here you will have some root element like training and then key and value like host name, localhost, port 8083, base path, slash. Its usage is quite prevalent in many languages like Python, Ruby, Java, and it has hierarchical structure. While extracting values, we get type, int or string, etc., whatever is configured.
Let us see how we can use YAML. Here is a very simple example where I have HTTP listener. In this HTTP listener, in the configuration, host I have not changed. It is default localhost and port I have given 8083. And after that, I have used set payload. For now, I am not setting anything. It is just payload. So basically, we are not sending anything. I have deployed this flow and I'm testing it from ARC. So when I hit request, it is giving me response as 200 successful. Now let's try to implement same thing by using YAML. If you see in configuration.xml, whenever we assign host name and port name, it is getting added in this HTTP listener connection. Now let's see how we can use YAML. Let's go to YAML demo, click on file, new file. Here we always place properties file in the resources folder. So we will go in src mule resources and here we will give the name as config.yaml.
Changes in the config.yaml are going to be pretty simple. We just have to inform first root element for which we are going to provide the properties. Here I'm mentioning training. Then we can have host name. In our case, it is localhost. Port name, for us it is 8083. Then we have base path. So let's start with this. Now I have saved this config.yaml. Now I have to inform my yaml.demo project to refer to this config.yaml. So for that, what we will do is we will go to YAML demo. Now in this, let's go to global elements. This is important from exam point of view. Where do we configure the .yaml properties file? So we have to go into global elements, click on create. Here we have to search configuration properties. So question may judge you based on global elements or it may ask you this which global configuration. So it would be configuration properties. Inside configuration properties, now it is asking you to locate the file. So now here you will locate the config.yaml file, which is under resources, and then you can click OK. Now your config.yaml file has been configured. Let's save the project. Now here in HTTP listener, we will be updating our host name, port name, and base path with the updated configurations. So here to save your time, I have already updated it. How are these changed? In path, we are mentioning dollar. After dollar, you will have curly braces. So this is again very important from exam point of view. The syntax, dollar, then curly braces, then training dot base path. Similarly, in the connection details, we will update host name to dollar curly braces training dot host and dollar in this also in curly braces training dot port. Okay. Now we can click on test connection. It gave me a port bind error because address is already in use, but I have deployed the same project, so I'm fine to use it. In the console, if you see, we have our project already running. Now these changes will be automatically deployed. And there is one more thing which I want to show you. We have configured property in config.yaml and successfully used it in HTTP listener connector. What if we want to print that somewhere? Let's see in set payload. In set payload, for now we are sending payload. But now if we have to print the property, let's say port name, then we have to use p property here. For it is again very important from exam point of view. You have to write p, then round braces. In round braces, you will have single quote. In single quote, you will write training.port. Now this property will allow you to access variable from your config.yaml and print in the payload. Now let's deploy the project. It has been deployed, and now let's try to execute it. Now when I hit http localhost colon 8083, it is giving me output as 8083, which is my port number configured. Now comes the most important point. YAML points to ponder. First of all, you need to remember, where does YAML file reside? It is located at src main resources config.yaml. Then its syntax. In exam, you can get simple, if you're lucky, you can get simple question as what is the syntax of config.xml, and they might give curly braces, but ensure here there are no curly braces. They are just name value pair with one root element. Then how to configure it? So you might get question as in is it config you answer might be it is configured under global elements or under configuration properties in global elements. Then comes how to use it in connector. Dollar curly braces training.host. This is extremely important. And another important point is how to access these properties in data weave expression. So you have to use p property file. After p is it's followed with round brackets. In single quote, you have training.port. If you notice here, training and port are not in different quotes. They are in same quotes. If you understand this very well, I'm sure you will be able to crack any exam in you will be able to crack any question in exam on YAML. See you in next lecture.